Hi, welcome to this infomercial. We just wrapped up season one of the podcast. I'm in the midst of a crazy work schedule. So we will be back on our season two starting next week. We have a great lineup of people ready to interview. And so take this week to maybe look back at some of the podcasts you missed. As you can see on my list here, we've had quite a few great interviews, starting off with Joe talking about challenges, Matt Boomsma talking about family, Hannah Francis talking about music. If you want to be on the podcast, there's the email in the description below. Why don't you let me know that you want to be on it? We can set up a time and you can talk about yourself and your faith and your relationship to second place. Perhaps you know someone that you want to to know more about. You could email me and share their name as well, and I'll try to reach out and see if they're up to doing the podcast. I spent a week talking about difficult things and challenging yourself. Jeremiah talked about meditation. Danielle talked about the church and growing. We talked about fitness and education with Susan Donovan. My wife and I had a breakfast with animals in an interview just a few weeks ago. Eric Lide talked about, he talked about a lot of crazy things. I called it Unplugged and Unbelievable, but check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. Lauren Imhoff talking about learning leadership. We had a conversation with Alex Phillips, born and raised in Moni. The habit of hobbies with Derek, and then the importance of community and its potential pitfall with Kate Clavan and her family owning a Chick-fil-A. That was a fun story as well. So we plan on adding to this season two coming up very soon. I did want to keep up with my quotes, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this. I've put them into a document. Again, each week you hear the guests talk about a quote, and then they kind of share their own heart. But I've written along with the quotes. So this is what it kind of looks like. I have it in a Google Doc here, but if you wanted to see them daily, you could go to the Instagram that's also in the description, or you can email me and let me know your number, and I could just text it to you every morning. There's a group of about 30 people that are receiving those daily directly from me in a text. So let me know in an email if that's what you like. A couple of quotes this week. Seeing God in your tomorrow is the key to having confidence and courage today. Knowing that He's there in your future makes it all worthwhile. Be greater than your environment. Have some perspective before you complain. Sometimes we like to complain right away. We don't take into consideration what others may be going through. Do something that sucks every day. It'll make you stronger. Some people say do something that sucks every day and you'll find yourself. It's choosing to do hard things. Again, that's kind of been my motto. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you, right? Anytime you're going through something that's difficult, try to think on the other end of this, you're going to be stronger, right? Gaining strength through challenges is important. Don't have a to-do list, have a do list. Some of us say, I'll try to do that, or I'll put it onto to-do list. It will always be on your to-do list. So put it on a do list. Only plan for your day what you can get done in that day, right? You could always do extra, but if you set a minimum things you want to accomplish, then just do everything you can in your ability to get those things done. And then you'll feel accomplished. You could always usually do extra through that day. And it just really sets you up for confidence throughout your life. I'll give you one more here just to stay on the one on the left. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. So we're always trying to do something, right? Obviously, there's times when you need a break. You need meditation, prayer. But sometimes we say, oh, I know where I'm headed, but then you're not making strides to get there. So it's important to always be striving that. Next week, we'll start with our guest. Your best ability is availability. So you got a little sneak peek of next week. So again, hit subscribe, hit notifications. Let me know if you want to be on the podcast, if you know somebody that you'd like to hear from on the podcast. We already have, I think, 3 or 4 people already lined up, and I just want to continue to add that to it. We've made some fun gains in what we've done. We've added a great questionnaire in it. We've done dinner with DJV. We've done breakfast with DJV. And so season 2 is going to be just just as exciting and just as informative as this first season. So I appreciate you checking it out. Make sure you share it with a friend, and have a good week.